So it's been a while then, but we are back with another news video for Marvel Future Revolution. We have a ton of information to cover today. It's on the back of a developer stream yesterday that was showing off the new patch, which is actually coming out tomorrow. It's the Eternals patch, and the highlight of that patch will be the companion system, where you can actually have various different companions that will buff your stats, and you can actively call in them to do different skills, and it could be an offensive skill or a defensive skill. So it's not only the Eternals that are coming as part of that, but we actually have various other characters like some Nick Fury and War Machine and so on that will show there as well. So we're going to break down that because that was covered in the live stream. We also got some information, or we got some gameplay even, of a new Eternals Epic Invasion event that's coming. So we can see the rough power levels for that and also what the rewards will be. So I'll break that down. We have a breakdown of the Transmutation System. That will be where you can swap your gear from character to character. This applies to Mega cards as well. We have some information on Alliance rankings and Alliance and Mega War that will be coming soon. There is a Prestige system coming to the game, so that high power level characters and servers can show off how much they've actually spent. And that's just about everything that we will be covering, but it is a fair amount there. Now, before we do jump in and start breaking it all down, they gave us a code for a free Mega card draw ticket, and this will be active from tomorrow. So I'll put it in the description below in case you have trouble with the accent, but the code you want to enter is Eternals versus Deviants. So that's the one you'll be entering. If for versus you enter VS, you don't type the full word. But there we go, let's now jump in and let's start breaking all this down. So we'll start off here with the companion system. It looks to be an interesting system, but it definitely looks to be a system that's just further pushing pay to win in the game, unfortunately. So with this, you can have up to 4 companions equipped at a time. Now these companions can go from 1 to 6 star. They will offer you passive stats for your characters. When you get your companion to 3 star, you unlock an active skill you can use on them. I've got some gameplay of some of the active skills we can show off at a moment, but it could be an offensive skill, it could be a defensive skill such as a shield, so that's pretty interesting there. Once you get them to 5 and 6 star, which I imagine you need to put down a lot of money for that to happen, but once you actually get them to that, then you will get a bonus effect and you'll get additional stats for them as well. There's no set bonus as far as I can see for equipping different characters. How you unlock them gameplay wise will be Epic Invasion, Alliance ranking rewards, which is something new, and also your convergence box. The majority of the shards, like most of the game, unfortunately is going to actually come from the store there. They did say in the stream that you can't actually use them in all content, but they didn't specify which content you can't actually use them in, so hopefully we find out more information on that as soon as possible. When they were equipping level 6 companions, it was actually only putting their power level up by an extra 10,000 per companion, and that's 6 star companions, which I imagine would take a fair amount of time and a fair amount of money to actually get. So they're not adding a whole lot of power there. It seems more like a flavour change to an extent, but again, when you've got 4 different companions, all the different stats, you are certainly going to notice that. So that's the companion system. I've got some gameplay clips of some characters in action, because you can actually see you've got the likes of Nick Fury and Vision, War Machine and Yondu in there, so they're certainly dropping in a lot of characters. Of course you've got the Eternal characters as well, but let me show you some gameplay here of them.
There comes Nick Fury, and there he is with of course, a rocket launcher, because you know,
sure,
overkill. And as you can see, I have guard dage immunity there, so it's 2 times beneficial. And you can see his summon time on over his head, so he's only in there for a little bit, and he'll help you out. That's pretty cool. I like the Nick Fury one. Now, here she comes.
I really like Thena's.
And there she is.
She's using her cosmic eternal power.
Yeah, definitely. And it looked like it was like an AoE attack as well.
Camera 3, so we can get that wide view,
Yeah,
maybe?
Sure. Let's do that. There's Yondu, and there goes his Yaku arrow. Just
it's so fast, of
absolutely
course.
Devastating everyone on the battlefield, so he's really cool.
Darts around everywhere, you can't escape it.
So that is the companion system, a system that, to be honest, it's got me equally intrigued and concerned in regards to the impact it will have on the game. But next we have the next invasion that's actually coming. So the last one was Thanos, of course. This one will be based around the Eternals. Looks like it will last for 28 days there, so I imagine that will be when the next big patch actually hits. We've got some gameplay footage here. You can see there's some new mechanics for bosses, so when they do like a cone attack, for example, it will actually track the player to an extent, so that'll make it more interesting. It'll make it less likely you're able to just hit auto, you might have to play it manually. Looking at the different stages that are available, one of the big criticisms of the Thanos invasion was that you needed just over 1 million power to actually do the final stage. In this one we can't see stage 5, but we can see stage 4 is actually much lower, so with the way the power levels are, I'm imagining stage 5 maybe around about 800,000 or so power, so that would be an improvement if that's the case. Looking at the rewards for the Thanos event, you could get a 5-star card, core and also costume. This looks to be a massive step back with this. What we're getting from the particular rewards here look to be companion draw cards that will be worth 200 crystals a time. Certainly not as good as a 5-star costume, so that is a bit of a downgrade there. But that's the next invasion that's coming. Let's check out and see what we've got next. So next up we have the Transmutation System. This is one that I think a lot of people are very unhappy with how it's been implemented. I'm actually quite torn on this, and I'll explain why in just a moment, but you can see the way this works is that you can take certain gear pieces, you can transmute them into a costume for another hero. Now they were very specific to say there's a chance to get the hero you want, so it's going to be just a random hero. It's 200 crystals a time. That sounds absolutely terrible. However, in the back of my mind, if we didn't have a random system along the lines of this, then what would happen is you would just have flavour of the month, where when you get a particular strong character, depending on how they've been patched, everyone would just switch their gear over to them. So for example, at the moment, I personally wouldn't do it because I don't like it, but the vast majority of people, imagine if they had the chance, they would switch over to Spidey and Black Widow, and that's all you would see in the different game modes, and that simply wouldn't be fun at all. So I definitely agree, it's a bit of a contentious issue, this one, so do let me know in the comments below. Do you think a system such as this should allow you to change easily to another character, or do you agree with myself to an extent it will create problems with flavour of the month in regards to overpowered characters and everyone just switching to them? We also have a very similar system here for the Mega cards. 200 crystals, you can transform the card into one that would have different exclusive stats from the exclusive stats that are currently on it, so they'll apply to a different hero. So yeah, very similar to how it works for the costumes, but for battle badges we've got transmutation, and this is much better. So with the battle badges here, it's actually a similar system to your costumes and so on. So you'll take, for example, 5 of your 4-star badges, and it allows you to upgrade to a 5-star badge, or for example 5 5-star badges allows you to upgrade to a 6-star. It has to be the same style of badge, it can't just be random badges. It will cost 5 of the badges, of course, 85,000 gold, and on top of that 6 crystallized convergium. So that is actually pretty steep there, because I've been playing since launch, I've not done a lot of crafting, I've been hoarding everything for Hawkeye potentially coming out, and I only have 172 crystallized convergium at the moment, although I'm pretty sure through the crafting system you can convert your lower materials into the higher ones. I'll need to double check that, but it looks like it is a little bit on the expensive side, but it will definitely be a useful feature for getting your badges up to 6 stars. So we have 2 more smaller features just to finish up here. You've got the Alliance and Mega War that will be coming at some point in the future. They didn't say when. It will be weekends only, and it will be a beta, so they're going to be testing this before they roll it out. And then also you had Alliance ranking, where you could gain some rewards, and then there was a new little symbol you can get at the top of your character if you're the highest power level character of that particular class on your server, so that's one just to get the whales to spend more money there. But that's everything that was covered in the live stream. All this will be coming tomorrow, so there is a fair amount. I'll probably do more videos on the back of it once it's out as well. But let me know what you think of all these changes coming to the game, and thanks for tuning in, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon.